Welcome to this video lecture on the Supreme Court case Migrante International versus the Social Security System, GR number 248680, promulgated on November 5, 2024. This video will cover the factual antecedents of the case, including the statutory background, the enactment of Republic Act number 11199, and the controversial provisions of its implementing rules and regulations. On February 7, 2019, Congress enacted the Social Security Act of 2018, or RA 11199. This law mandated SSS coverage for OFWs not over 60 years old. Under Section 9B, land-based OFWs were categorized as self-employed, making them responsible for both employer and employee contributions. In June 2019, the Social Security Commission promulgated Rule 14. For countries without bilateral labor agreements, it required advance SSS payments as a precondition for departure. Failure to pay meant the withholding of the Overseas Employment Certificate, or OEC, effectively preventing migrant workers from leaving for their jobs. Regarding procedural issues, petitioners filed a direct action for certiorari before the Supreme Court. The court established that the petitioners had standing due to direct injury and public interest, confirmed an actual judicial controversy, and determined that the constitutional validity of the regulation required immediate adjudication. Part 2 of this video analyzes the constitutional implications of the decision, focusing on equal protection, police power, and the right to travel. The court upheld the classification of land-based OFWs as self-employed under the Equal Protection Clause. It found this to be a legitimate legislative means to ensure social safety nets, noting that foreign employers cannot be coerced to remit contributions without a formal bilateral labor agreement. The court ruled that conditioning the OEC on advance SSS payments violated the right to travel. It found that using exit documents for revenue collection was unduly oppressive and violated substantive due process, as the right to travel is limited only by national security, public safety, or public health. The court held that the Social Security Commission exceeded its delegated authority. Nothing in the original law authorized the SSS or POEA to withhold exit clearances or impose these specific pre-departure monetary barriers on migrant workers. The decision rests on 3 pillars: protecting the right to livelihood, declaring the use of OEC as leverage in a legal exercise of police power, and affirming that while Social Security is mandatory, collection methods must rely on standard civil remedies rather than travel blockades. In summary, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of mandatory coverage and the self-employed classification, but declared the IRR provision making OEC issuance conditional on SSS payments unconstitutional and void, permanently enjoining its enforcement. Thank you for attending this constitutional law case lecture. We hope this video provided clarity on the court's ruling regarding the rights of our migrant workers. This video utilized images from the Philippine News Agency and the Federal Judicial Center. Thank you for watching.